What's going on, family? As you know, for a lot of you guys who are on this journey with me, this 30-day journaling commitment. Now, I understand it's going to be a little challenging as you do something new and what to journal, what to write, what to talk. I get it. And the goal is to really make this an ongoing thing, something that we can continue to do after this, moving forward, so forth. And I wanted to give you guys a couple tools that I use and I've been learning to help me journal consistently, right? Regarding styles, how to journal, what to journal, and so forth. The main purpose in which I am journaling for is because I believe when it comes to life, when it comes for us growing, developing, becoming a better version of ourselves, becoming more successful, becoming more confident, raising our self-esteem, build a better relationship with yourself, and so forth. What does that look like? That looks like healing. That looks like healing, right? So this is a great tool for healing. This is a great tool for healing and so forth, right? So the first way that you're going to journal is, I think this is just a basic general way of journaling. You're going to talk about your day. Literally, whatever, if you're having a challenging day, journal about it. Today, so-and-so happened. This is how I felt. This is what I thought. This is what I learned from that. This is my takeaway. I don't have to really go too in depth on that version because I'm sure most of you guys are already familiar with that, and that's probably how you journal already, right? There's nothing wrong with journaling like this. Most of your journals will be like this. You are brain dumping. You are allowing your mind to empty itself out from all the things that are happening in the day, that's happening in real time, that you're storing in, that you're processing, that you're analyzing. You're allowing yourself to write it down and move on from it, right? So this is a great way to just continue to allow yourself to just let go, unwind, brain dump is what I like to call it. Second way, and I think that this is very impactful, is that I like to write as if I am talking to a friend, right? I think this one is more powerful when it comes to building self-love. And this one is also empowering when it comes to, talking yourself through a challenging moment in life. So you might do this when it comes to a breakup. You might do this when it comes to analyzing a problem at work or in life or whatever the case may be. This is when I tend to use this method. And I will write as like this. Hey man, I'm talking to myself, but I'm talking to myself like a friend. Hey man, yeah, so-and-so happened. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this. And this happened. It made me feel like this. It made me think this. It's making me think this. Blase, 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 blase. Once I get everything out, as I'm reading it, I'm listening as if a friend is telling me this. Oftentimes, we're too close to the problem to really analyze it with a sober mind. Oftentimes, you don't know what to do because you're too close, and make sure we're still recording. You're too close to the problem. You're inflicted emotionally, and you're biased. So you don't know what to do because you need to step back from it. Step back from it. And this allows you to do that. So I will, as I'm writing it, I'm also reading it and processing it as if a friend was telling me this, except I'm that friend. So then I'll respond to myself. I understand how you feel is very valid, and that's a very tough situation. It's very challenging to go through this. What I would consider is this, and why do you think that? And what makes you think that that is true? And do you have any proof of that? Why do you think that? It sounds like, right? You you tend to start to get these answers for yourself and get clarity to the situation when you're using this form of journaling. So I use this a lot, especially when it seems like I can't shake something. Like I've already journaled about it, I've already done this. So sometimes I'll mix all these in, right? Sometimes I'll mix all these in, and yeah, it's I like it, I love it. It helps me out a lot. Another thing is that you can journal in a way as if you are researching and storing information and gathering information. A lot of people will use a journal in the sense of, this is what I learned today, and I need to write this down to remember. And I'm going to put it in my journal because it's going to be very vital and necessary for my growth and development, right? Because you have to understand, if I say this is a tool for healing, there's going to be doors that you cannot open or that are open, like a walkway, like a doorway that you can't walk through until you heal. You literally cannot go to this level until you heal. I think of we are multifaceted beings, right? Your physical self, your spiritual self, your mental, your intellect, physicality as far as your strength, and then also your emotional self. And most men, we tend to not be as emotionally mature or developed as women, because this is a muscle that we tend to neglect. So oftentimes when you're trying to develop and it doesn't make sense, or you're woo, and most men, when they don't understand something, we tend to turn that unfamiliar feeling into anger. We don't know how to address it. We don't know how to develop that. We don't know how to move past that. So we tend to automatically turn it into anger, right? That's not what we want to do. So this is a tool for you to develop that area in your life. We know we can go to the gym to develop our muscles. We can get into our word. We can get into a lot of things spiritually to develop that aspect of ourselves, right? You can read books, podcasts, things like that to develop your mind, to learn more and so forth, right? But what are you doing to develop your emotional self? How you are emotionally. And this is a tool for that. So this is personal development. You don't want to go through life, especially as an adult, period, right, with an underdeveloped emotional muscle, with low emotional intelligence. And this is a tool for that, right? Another way, and this is for everybody that's out there who, like myself, who went through a challenging childhood, and we all experienced trauma. We've all experienced things in our childhood that affect us to this very day, right? Got it. So part of it is you're still healing. You're still experiencing things that will cause you trauma, and trauma can happen as an adult, but you're still healing from your childhood. There's a lot of unresolved trauma that you carry throughout your life as an adult that you've been carrying since you were 6 years old. You see? I just learned this today. I think the YouTuber Sokka Essentials, if I'm not mistaken, did a video today about shadow work. And I want to talk to you guys about shadow work as well, because I have a shadow work journal separate from my EDC journal, my Everyday Carry journal, that I haven't completed it yet. But I want to talk to you guys about shadow work in a future video as well. And I love that she did that video. Shout out to her. And she said something today that in her video that resonated with me, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna do that. And it's like, pull on that memory of a time in your childhood where you were hurt, isolated, lonely, whatever. Pull to that, and this is how my mind expanding on the thought that she gave. Pull on that memory. And then in that memory, add in, what if I found in that moment a note from myself, from my future self. So here we go. 8 years old, you're in your room, you're crying, and then you stop crying from whatever memory you, right? You stop crying, and then you see a note, and you go to the note and you open it, and it has the today's date in real time. Today's date on the thing, and it says, and you're writing to your childhood self on the date. In the flashback, you have this. I hope y'all make this make sense, right? So say the memory is, March 14th, 2004. And you write today. What's today? August 15th, September 15th, 2024. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, as a kid, you see this and you know that it's from your future self, and you're telling yourself empowering things like, hey, this is how old I am at the time I'm writing you, and this is how our life is, and I understand that you felt like this and you didn't have this, but now we have this and we have this. There's so many things that this does for you, writing to your younger self and imagining a moment in your youth that you felt hurt or trauma. It makes it more personal, because you're not just writing to yourself, to your younger self. No, you're writing to your younger self in one of your most vulnerable times where you needed someone the most, and you become that person that you needed. And there's this thing that they say that we become the adults that we needed as a child. And so on one aspect, this is going to heal your inner child, which is going to allow you to be more in tune with your inner child and your most authentic self, right? On the other side, this is freeing for you as an adult. It's very freeing for you as an adult. And I want, more than anything, for you all to be free from pain, free from trauma, free from the strongholds and shackles that life has put on you as you've grown in life. A lot of the things that you didn't ask to go through, you didn't want to go through, but life put you through it. And it hurts. And it's challenging to see past that. And not only do I want it for myself, I want it for all you guys as well, to be able to heal. You cannot become the best version of yourself in life and truly develop into the person that you're supposed to be unless you take the time to heal. And I understand now, even though I want to work super hard and grind and do all these things, I understand more now that God has me in a season of healing. In a season of healing. Because right now, the most productive thing I can do is heal. And it's going to automatically. So, and this, the closing thoughts. There's video games, like you guys, it's not a secret. I like to play video games. And as I'm healing, I'm getting back into video games, because I haven't played video games in probably about like 6 years. And I'm getting back into it to connect with my inner child, because I always was a kid gaming. And there's certain games where you have armor, but your armor will wear down and it won't be as effective as it should be. So as you're leveling up on the game, you need to go repair your armor and weapons so that you can really see how stronger you've gotten. So in life, you guys have gone through life, took a lot of damage, took a lot of pain, hurt, bled, cried, and so forth. And you still have the same armor and weapons that you've had since a kid. And although you've grown and you've leveled up, you don't know how much you've actually grown and how stronger you've gotten, because you're still carrying around that old rusty weapon, that old rusty armor, and you need to heal and repair that so that you can go forward in life. See what I'm saying? So you might be in this current stage in life trying to fight this battle that is whooping your butt, because it's like, in reality, I should be strong enough to beat this battle. I should be strong enough to overcome this. Why not? I'm looking at my stats and I'm strong enough. I'm at that level. And in reality, you are strong enough, but the armor and the weapon that you're using is worn out and needs repaired. And it is actually deducting your power, your person, taken away from your happiness and your joy and so forth. So we need you to heal. In the analogy, repair your armor, repair your weapon. We need you to heal as an adult, as a teen, wherever point in life you're watching. We need you to heal so that you can actually live life as your best self, as your current self, and prevent further and future damage. Your younger self will thank you. Your future self will thank you in this season of healing. So I love you guys. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you in the next video.